12 standings at 8 and 6, part of a three-way tie for 5th place in the league standings. Ball's in the air, tip control by Kansas, and this game is underway. Baylor and Kansas, Big 12 women's basketball in Waco.
Mayberry and Walker out front, great matchup.
Nichols on the perimeter gives to Sakaya Franklin.
Beautiful job of spacing there by Kansas. Backdoor cut for the first basket of the game. Nice execution by Kansas to open the encounter.
Here's the starters for Baylor: Jada Walker, Sarah Andrews, Asia Blackwell. Near backcourt violation. Garyana Little-Page-Buggs and Bella Fauntleroy. Is a turnover by Baylor. Kansas can't convert it into points. Asia Blackwell brings it into the front court.
Well, as expected, Kansas opening in a half-court man-to-man defense. Baylor having trouble hanging onto the ball on 2 of their first 3 possessions.
Samaya Nichols with the steal. Here are the starters for KU. Yvette Mayberry, Samaya Nichols, Holly Kerskeeter, Sakaya Franklin, and Tiana Jackson. Floater baseline right, no good. Rebound underneath. And the kick out.
Now Jackson got that offensive board. She had 19 rebounds against Baylor that first game. Nice defensive positioning that time by Asia Blackwell inside for Baylor.
Drawing the offensive player control foul. Ball's going to go over to Baylor with Kansas leading 2-0. A good look at Tiana Jackson, averaging a double-double on the season. One of 3 Big 12 players averaging a double-double.
Well, Kansas really jumping up into the passing lanes and the screening opportunities for Baylor early, putting a lot of pressure on the Baylor offense.
Jada Walker on the left side spins into the paint. Gives to Sarah Andrews, the veteran guard for the Bears. Dribbles between 2 defenders, nearly lost it. 3 straight away, shot no good to beat the shot clock.
Well, not a pretty possession by Baylor that time. Kansas taking them out of everything they want to do early.
Pass into the corner, and Franklin dribbles out of the corner, puts the ball back in the hands of Jackson. Out top of the key. Drive, layup, in and out, no good, but Jackson is there for the follow.
Yeah, Holly Kerskeeter, who's known as an outside shooter, got the drive to the basket for Kansas, enabling Jackson to get the easy offensive rebound.
And the Bears turn it over. Here comes Kansas again. Layup, no good, but a whistle and a foul.
Well, Kansas doing everything right early. Baylor having trouble doing anything right on their first 3 or 4 offensive possessions and not covering well defensively. Bears have got to get settled down here quickly because this Kansas team playing with a lot of confidence.
3 turnovers by Baylor already, something Nikki Collin would not like, would not prefer. There's the Baylor head coach, previously in the WNBA.
Former coach of the year of the Atlanta Dream in the WNBA. Zakaya Franklin with that free throw for Kansas. She was also a preseason all-conference selection for the Jayhawks.
A 5-0 lead for Kansas to start this game. Little-Page-Buggs. Baseline left, no good. Got her own miss and put it up and in.
Nice job by Little-Page-Buggs staying after it right there. She's a hustler. Should have had the first shot, but got after it and put it back in.
It's a 5-2 lead for the Jayhawks, who have the ball. Jackson outside. Gives to Mayberry. Drive, layup, too strong, no good, but a foul. Going to have free throws coming. The foul on Baylor's Jada Walker.
Well, John, you mentioned free throws. In the last game between these 2 teams, Kansas shot 26 free throws, which is almost unheard of, and they're attacking Baylor inside quickly.
This one is good. Another one coming. There's Brandon Schneider, the head coach at KU, his 9th season on the campus in Lawrence.
Yeah, very interesting. He went to Kansas from Stephen F. Austin and Nacogdoches. 2 games back, Baylor played West Virginia. Their coach came from Stephen F. Austin just last year, Mark Kellogg. Another guy from Stephen F. Austin. How about Gary Blair? He was so good at A&M for so long.
Cradle of coaches. Stephen F. Austin. Here's Asia Blackwell down low.
Seeing why Jackson second in the nation in block shots, first in the Big 12. She has great timing.
career block shots leader at Kansas. This one is her first of the day, number 281 in her career. Baylor to inbound with 14 on the shot clock. Deep inbounds to Sarah Andrews. Shot no good on the running layup, but she drew contact. She'll get free throws.
Well, John, very interesting with Sarah Andrews, who we'll see going to the free throw line. She has, now this is unreal, she has 58 made three-point baskets in Big 12 play, but only 32 two-point baskets. That's a very unusual combination, but Coach Nikki Collin and the staff wants to see her drive the ball more, and she did it right there.
She's made that step back three a real work of art during her time here at Baylor.
77% free throw shooter.
1 of 2 there. A 7-3 lead for the Jayhawks. Kansas with the ball. Just getting going first quarter here in Foster Pavilion. Two teams seeing each other for the second time this year. Oh, nice pass. Dre'Una Jackson puts it up and in. Yeah,
beautiful assist to Mayberry, their point guard. She just is automatic. If a player gets open for Kansas, she gets them the ball.
9-3 lead for the Jayhawks. Jumper baseline left. Won't go for Bella Fauntleroy. Good look from that left baseline. Samaya Nichols into the paint, lost the handle. Turnover, Kansas.
Well, take a look at this great pass from Mayberry to Jackson, floating to the bucket, getting clear of Asia Blackwell. Perfect execution by the Jayhawks early. Great hands, great finish by Jackson. 6'6" senior. She moves well for a lady that tall and that big.
Papadopoulou is on for Kansas. There's a whistle and a foul. Kansas trying to get the steal, and I bet Mayberry is guilty of the foul.
Kansas pressuring Blackwell very aggressively when she has the basketball facing the bucket.
Jayhawks 6 of their 9 points in the paint. Baylor 2 of their 3 in the paint.
Oh, great move by Jada Walker, just did not get the finish. Good quick step.
It's a 9-3 lead for the Jayhawks. Mayberry drives, kicks, 3 right side is no good. Kerskeeter battling for the rebound, and the foul is going to be on Baylor on Asia Blackwell.
And Blackwell was working hard for block out position, but very nice job moving into offensive rebounding position. Today, Papadopoulou very strong inside for the Jayhawks.
Bounce it comes to Ryan Cobbins just off the bench, grad student from Kansas City. On the right wing. Leaner, the shot no good. Offensive rebound by Papadopoulou.
Well, Kansas tough early on the offensive glass, just like they were last time Baylor played them.
And that is a travel at the free throw line. Kerskeeter with Bella Fauntleroy in her face. Kerskeeter, the travel and the turnover by Kansas.
Yeah, nice on-ball pressure by the Baylor defense. Now the Bears have to see if they can get their offense moving. Only 3 points in the first 5 minutes of the game for the Bears.
Sarah Andrews gives to Yaya Felder, who's checked in. 5'8" junior from Hartford, Connecticut. 3 by Blackwell, no good. Fauntleroy has the rebound. Nearly lost it, nearly slapped away. Gives to Felder, her drive. Kerskeeter takes it the other way. Layup is no good. Felder runs it down and brings it back in the Baylor offensive end. Yaya Felder with the ball. Gives to Sarah Andrews, drives through traffic. She's fouled. She'll go to the free throw line.
Well, quite obvious, Sarah Andrews going to take it hard to the rack as often as possible for Baylor.
Timeout on the floor. Jayhawks lead the Bears early.
Little Caesar slices and sticks with half bacon cheese sticks, half pepperoni pizza is the world's greatest combination.
Carl? What are you doing here? You're picking up for a friend, right?
I'm sorry, PB&J. Here, try some for yourself.
How dare you?
Order online to try slices and sticks with bacon or jalapeno for $7.99.
Pizza, pizza.
Ever since I tried Hidden Valley Ranch, I finally found what I've been looking for.
Oh my God.
I know. How is this stuff so good?
Hidden Valley Ranch.
Only serious about flavor.
For life's little victories.
Yes, good. Yes, we got him. Jump. Oh, yes. Jump. Yeah. Jump. Yeah. I knew you could.
For a few minutes of alone time.
Mommy, can we have a snack?
Hey, just give me one more minute.
For sleepover dance parties. For 1,000,001 reasons, Nintendo Switch is our way to play.
Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price.
You want the lowest price. Did you say lowest or lowest price? It's basically the same thing.
If you find a better price somewhere else, we'll match it. Get the lowest price with our lowest price guarantee. You got this. We got you.
The competition's never been better.
Have you never been a woman do that?
The stars have never been brighter.
Caitlin Tarr, 3,000 career points. Come on, Cameron Brink.
Deja Kelly.
Oh, that was pretty. It was angle magic. Something brewing tonight. There's no stopping us now. This is just spectacular. That's our move. Women's college hoops on ESPN and ABC.
Come on in to the Chuck Stop. Everything you need for a road trip to the Final Four.
I'm impressed, Chuck.
You're gonna need these. And these mud flaps.
I can use these.
I'm earning double miles with my Capital One Venture card, so it's on me.
What up with you and these subs?
Man's gotta eat.
When someone is injured by a large truck, Colombo Law is the law firm people call. Hurt by a truck? Call Colombo Law.
Kansas the early lead over Baylor 9-3. Sarah Andrews will be shooting free throws when we resume play. About the season for the Baylor veteran senior guard, Jim. First 14 games, she was lights out. You see the numbers there. Then, coincidentally, starting with that game against Kansas, 6 points there. Her next 8. You see her three-point percentage down to 22%. Last 2, though, she's picked it up to where she was at the start of the season.
Well, certainly for Baylor to have any kind of success here late, Sarah Andrews has to be a big part of it. She had 2 out of 9 shooting against Kansas in the first game. She's got to be good here tonight for Baylor to beat this very talented Kansas team. By the way, in the preseason voting this year, Baylor was picked second in the Big 12 and Kansas was picked third. So this matchup has been anticipated all season long. Both teams very talented. Both teams 8-6 in conference.
See Dre Edwards off the Baylor bench, lined up on the paint area. First free throw is no good. Second one by Andrews is no good. She missed them both. But Dre Edwards the rebound for Baylor. So a couple of missed opportunities there at the line. Andrews. Now Edwards scoops it up and in. Kind of went around Dre'Una Jackson and got the bucket.
Yeah, very nice patience by Dre'Una Edwards that time, reading the Kansas defense, and just as you said, made the nice scoop to the hoop.
It's a 9-5 lead for Kansas. First quarter. Give and go, but the ball's knocked away by Felder. Stolen by Dariana Littlepage-Buggs. Here comes Sarah Andrews on the attack. Oh, nice pass. And the lay-in by Dre Edwards.
Well, Dre Edwards making a real impact here. 4 quick points in her first 20 seconds on the floor. Nice pass by Sarah Edwards. Sarah Andrews, nice job. Dre Edwards scores. Sarah Andrews passes.
Turnovers 4 apiece by those 2 teams. There's a whistle and a foul. It's going to be on Bella Fauntleroy. There's another look at that nice assist by Sarah Andrews.
Oh, it's just beautiful assist by Andrews. Nice bounce pass. Just read the defense perfectly. Got it to Dre Edwards, breaking quickly to the hoop.
Heard some coach the other day saying his team is just now grasping the benefit of a bounce pass. And it's February.
That's one of the real fundamentals you kind of start working on in first grade.
Yes, right. I don't remember who it was, but it was like he was flabbergasted. It had taken his team so long to appreciate that, and that was a perfect position for that bounce pass. This one's a lob to Jackson. She missed it, got her miss, put it up and missed it again.
Well, Baylor fortunate once again. KU missing some easy bunnies, as they call them, inside.
Dre'Una Jackson, the offensive rebound, gave her a second chance there. Jana Van Geitenbeek's on the floor for Baylor. Gives it back to Little Paige Bugs. Now to Yaya Felder. He'll drive, layup, no, but a whistle and a foul.
Baylor having success driving hard to the basket, getting another trip to the charity stripe. Sarah Andrews only 1 out of 4 after her drives to the basket from the free throw line. Let's see if Yaya Felder can do better. Take a look at Felder's aggressiveness, quickness. Good job of splitting the blue-shirted defenders of Kansas. This young lady averaged 22 points a game at Ohio University last year. Believe it or not, John, she had 5 30-point games last year at Ohio U, plus 1 40-point game against Central Michigan.
She knows how to score.
Yeah. She only played 4 minutes against Texas Tech Saturday, so Baylor anxious to get her back in her good groove offensively.
81% free throw shooter in Big 12 play. She hits them both there. That pulls Baylor into a tie with Kansas. 9 apiece.
Baylor has now scored 6 points in a row against the Jayhawks. Great harassing defense out front by Little Paige Bugs.
Dre'Una Jackson way out high, hands the ball off to Mayberry. Mayberry 6 to shoot, puts it up, shot no good. Offensive rebound, Ryan Cobbins. And her shot is no good. Ball tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Kansas.
Well, Kansas continuing to crash the offensive glass. What's interesting, they're beating Baylor badly on the boards tonight and slaughtered Baylor on the boards the first time they met. But really, they're one of the lower-ranked rebounding teams in the league this year.
Boy, you can't tell it when they play Baylor. 6-0 run by the Bears. Kansas has missed their last 7 shots from the floor. Missed 10 of their last 12 field goal attempts also. Dre'Una Edwards to Yaya Felder on the left wing around the screen of Edwards. Passes right side to Jana Van Geitenbeek. 2 to shoot. She's got to put it up. Throws it up. Ooh, and a travel is called. Van Geitenbeek trying to get free to put it up, knowing the shot clock was about to expire.
Kansas doing a great job of pressuring the Baylor wing players, making nothing easy. That's why you see Baylor having success driving to the basket. Not easy to get open for a perimeter shot.
Felder picks up Samaya Nichols at the half-court stripe. Here's Steele on the perimeter. Kerskeeter saves the possession.
The second easy pass Kansas has made inside to Jackson over the Baylor fronting defense in the post. Nice execution by KU. First field goal in a long time.
6 points, 4 rebounds by Dre'Una Jackson. Baylor answers. There's Sarah Andrews with 2 to tie it at 11.
Defense is pressuring you on the ring. Break back door and get that bounce pass you were talking about, John.
There's a drive and a foul. The shot is no good.
Well, take a look at Jackson shaping up inside. Caught Dre'Una Edwards fronting her. Great pass out front by KU. And then Sarah Andrews on the nice break to the bucket for Baylor against the pressure defense of KU. This young lady going to the line for Kansas, one of the top-rated freshmen in the Big 12 this year. And in fact, a lot of people are talking that Samaya Nichols at the line, who's Kansas' leading scorer at 14 points per game, it's probably between her and Booker at Texas for freshman of the year in the Big 12 conference. She's very, very talented.
Second free throw, good. She hit them both. Samaya Nichols with a couple of free throws.
Yeah, you talk about consistent for a freshman. Nichols has scored in double figures 12 of her last 13 games.
Saying a lot for anybody, much less a freshman. Van Geitenbeek drives in. Her layup hits the side of the backboard. Kerskeeter takes it the other way.
Good on-ball defense by Kansas.
Here's Nichols. Drive. Layup is good from the left side.
Nichols has had over 20 points 4 different times this year. She's been in double figures 21 times.
15-11 lead, final 30 seconds of the first quarter. Dre'Una Edwards open, will shoot and hit a three-pointer.
Yeah, Jackson, the 6'6" defender for Kansas, just backed off of Dre'Una Edwards, dared her to take the long outside shot. Dre drilled it for the Bears.
First made 3 tonight by Baylor. She's 3, Edwards 3 of 3 from the floor. Kansas can play for the final shot of the quarter. Yvette Mayberry. Kersgeter into the paint. Yaya Felder got all ball there. And the ball out of bounds to Baylor with 1.6 seconds on the clock.
Boy, both teams very tough on the defensive end tonight.
To Blackwell. He puts it up. Is there a foul? There is a foul on the play.
Yeah.
State, West Virginia, all 11-3. Then Baylor, Kansas, and Iowa State, all tied at 8 and 6. Really speaks to how important this matchup is tonight.
Well, it certainly is. And right now, you've got to consider every game so important. Both these teams, it's not logical that either team is going to get into the top 4. But if you finish 5th, you play the 4th place team in the quarterfinals. So that would certainly be a good matchup for the winner. But a lot of games still to be played, 4 as a matter of fact, to finish out the season.
Yeah, final couple of weeks.
Oh, nice drive to the
Big 12
basket.
tournament
That was
begins March 7th.
Terrific move that time by Zakiya Franklin for Kansas.
Averages 11.5 on the year. That basket puts Kansas on top, 17-16. Nice pass to Asia Blackwell, the head fake and the bucket.
Well, the good play by Dre'Una Edwards continues. She drew 2 defenders that time and dished it off to Blackwell for an easy 2.
Baylor regains the lead by 1, 18-17. In the paint, floater is good by Zakiya Franklin.
2 great baskets in a row by Zakiya Franklin. She's coming off of her season high, 24 against Brigham Young in Provo last weekend.
All-time leader at Kansas in games played and minutes played. 1-point lead for the Jayhawks. Edwards, 3, no good. Rebound, Dre'Una Jackson for Kansas.
Yeah, Jackson controlling the boards for KU on the defensive end. A nice job by Jana Van Geitenbeek cutting off the drive by Mayberry that time. Take a look at Franklin. She knows how to use that left hand. How about the body balance, getting the kiss off the glass? Nice move by Zakiya Franklin. She was a preseason first-team all-conference selection.
She's got 5 here in the first half.
You know, that's interesting. Franklin and Jackson, both preseason selections for all-conference. Baylor has 2 preseason all-conference selections, Little Paige Buggs and Sarah Andrews. A lot of talent tonight on the floor.
Well, they're giving Edwards that shot. She says, I'll take it, and knock down another 3.
Yeah, Dre'Una Edwards only a 28% three-point shooter. That's why Kansas is giving her that shot. But hot here tonight for the Bears.
She's got 10, Jim. She's 2 of 3 from three-point range. Baylor goes up by 2, 21-19, 2 minutes into the second quarter. Mayberry into the paint, working against Jada Walker. All ball there, got it back, drive, layup, no good. Blackwell the rebound for the Bears. Jada Walker on the run out for the Bears. Kick into the corner. Fauntleroy's 3 is no good.
Well, that's the shot Fauntleroy loves, that left corner. Baylor's best pure shooter.
Fauntleroy on the defensive end gets the block of that layup. Nice pass, reverse layup is good by Jada Walker.
A great move without the ball by Jada Walker. A great pass by Jana Van Geitenbeek. The transfer from Stanford making the big play for Baylor, putting the Bears up by 4.
Tremendous assist in transition for the Bears. 23-19 Baylor, 6th assist already. Baylor is second in the Big 12, 7th in the nation in assists per game. Can't work her way around Edwards, puts it up, shot no good. Blackwell the rebound.
Well, Blackwell rebounding tonight like she did when she was a Missouri Tiger, finished second in the nation in rebounding her junior year there.
Van Geitenbeek for three. No good. Left corner.
Well, Baylor's gotten 2 wide open shots for threes out of that left corner on their last 2 of their last 3 possessions.
Yvette Mayberry on the perimeter working against the defense of Jana Van Geitenbeek. Gives ball away to Zakaya Franklin. Now up top to Samaya Nichols. Drive, layup, no good. Loose ball. Bella Fauntleroy chases it down, and she is fouled.
Good hustle by Fauntleroy for Baylor, and the freshman Samaya Nichols on the foul. Good hustle. How about that block by Bella Fauntleroy? Watch this pass by Jana Van Geitenbeek to the streaking Jada Walker under the basket. Great court vision, great finish by Walker. Transfer from Kentucky.
That's defense turning into offense there. The block started that break.
You know, it's so interesting, John, as the times have evolved. We used to always talk about where the player's high school career was. Now we talk about where they transferred from.
Oh, man, sign of the times. That's right.
It is. Oh, Kansas in a zone defense here for the first time tonight. Baylor has had trouble against zones earlier in the year, but not on that possession. Great job. Fauntleroy said, I didn't hit it from the left corner. Let's try the right corner. She drills it, putting Baylor up by 7.
Fauntleroy's first points tonight. Baylor an 8-0 run to build the lead to 7. Timeout, Kansas. Baylor 26, Kansas 19, midway second quarter.
Little Caesar slices and sticks with half bacon cheese sticks, half pepperoni pizza is the world's greatest combination.
Carl? What are you doing here? You're picking up for a friend, right?
I'm sorry, PB&J. Here, try some for yourself.
How dare you?
Order online to try slices and sticks with bacon or jalapeno for $7.99.
Pizza, pizza.
Ever since I tried Hidden Valley Ranch, I finally found what I've been looking for.
Oh my gosh.
I know. How is this stuff so good?
Hidden Valley Ranch.
Only serious about flavor. Okay, we look good in our little game night pajamas.
Love a good breeze.
Did that fellow just talk to me?
Yes, I love those little guys. You could not beat me. I'm a big elephant in a tiny cap. Go, 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 go. Ah, we win! Yes! Yeah, yes. Having a daddy-daughter day, that's my way to play Nintendo Switch.
At Morgan Stanley, old school hard work meets bold new thinking. To help you see untapped possibilities and relentlessly work with you to make them real.
For the ride of life.
Get ready for the rush to the playoffs. The biggest games on the biggest stage. An outdoor hockey doubleheader at MetLife Stadium. The most intense playoffs in sports begin in April and culminate with the most revered trophy of all. The Stanley Cup Final returns to ABC and ESPN Plus this June.
There's Tiana Jackson off to a good start for the Jayhawks. 6 points, 5 rebounds. She had a big role in Kansas snapping a long Baylor win streak in this series. First meeting January 10th. It was Kansas' first win over Baylor since 2014.
Well, and Kansas has not defeated Baylor in Waco since January of 2000.
Yeah.
So the Bears have certainly had good luck here in home territory against this Jayhawk ball club.
Baylor leads the all-time series. You see there 39-9. They lead 19-2 in games played in Waco. And the Bears have the lead here by 7 on an 8-0 run. Kansas with the ball out of the timeout. That's what Brandon Schneider drew up in that timeout. Not that. They got the ball to Tiana Jackson, but she dribbled it off her leg and out of bounds.
Yeah, that was actually a nice pass by Franklin inside to Jackson that time. She just mishandled it. Good defense by Asia Blackwell.
7th turnover by KU. Baylor has 6. Bears looking to continue an 8-0 run. Give to Blackwell, left elbow. Nice pass, Dre'Una Edwards. Shot no good, got her own miss. She's in jail there, tries to pass it out. Gets it to Andrews, and there's a kick. So Baylor will have the ball, and they'll put 20 on the shot clock.
Well, ordinary Dre'Una Edwards would have gone right back up strong with that, but you had the 6'6" Jackson, the conference's leading shot blocker, right there.
Changes your thinking a little bit.
Absolutely, and she is so good with her timing. Looks like Kansas is going to be in a zone on this out-of-bounds play under Baylor's own basket.
Laya Canessa is on for Kansas. Here's Andrews for 3. Shot no good. Back iron. Dre'Una Edwards, the rebound. Passes it out and threw it away. Not sure. I guess she was trying to get it back out to Sarah Andrews.
Yeah, and there again, Edwards had the ball on the baseline. Normally would have made the power move to the basket, but the 6'6" Jackson right there for Kansas.
Here's Zakiya Franklin working against the defense of Jada Walker. Kicks it right side.
Kansas surprisingly has only tried 1 3-point basket here tonight. Baylor taking that phase of the game away from them so far.
Nessa gives to Skylar Gill. 5 on the shot clock. Ball is loose on the floor. Scramble for it. Tied up. Possession arrow favors Kansas.
Yeah, Kansas ball, but good harassing defense continuing by Baylor on the half court. Baylor was down 9-3. Now up 26-19 on an 8-0 run.
So Kansas ball, but only 1.2 seconds on the shot clock.
Well, what Baylor wants to make sure they do not do is foul.
Skeeter having trouble, gets it in. There's a shot clock violation. Really didn't try to get it up in the allotted time. So turnover for Kansas. Bears have the ball.
No good on-ball pressure by Jada Walker, especially that time against Franklin.
Baylor ball, Asia Blackwell in the paint. Kicks left side to Sarah Andrews. Nice pass underneath. Saved by Littlepage Buggs. Good ball movement, but a whistle away from the ball.
Yeah, that was three-second call in the paint on Littlepage Buggs that time. Once again, Baylor had the ball in scoring position under the bucket, but did not go up. Good look at Coach Nikki Collin for Baylor in her 3rd year. 3 years as head coach of the Atlanta Dream before coming to lead the Bear program.
Baylor coming off quite the weekend with the Brittany Griner jersey retirement ceremony. Kerskeeter firing a 3. Shot no good. Sarah Andrews sneaks in to get the rebound. Up the floor to Jada Walker. Bounces on the baseline and kicked out of bounds, last touched by Kansas.
Well, Baylor forcing the action here, trying to speed up the game as much as possible. Good job by Walker getting it up the floor, but not able to get that bounce pass through traffic.
Walker inbounds to Sarah Andrews. Baylor leading 26-19.
Baylor 3 of 8 on 3-point field goal attempts so far tonight.
2 of those 3 by Dre'Una Edwards. Shot low, rolls off, no good.
A great cut by Littlepage Buggs, but just did not get the finish. Got to make those in this kind of game. It was a good pass by, I believe that was Blackwell that made that pass to Littlepage Buggs going to the bucket. Van Geitenbeek in now for Jada Walker for Baylor. Only 5'4". A lot of teams try to take advantage of Van Geitenbeek's stature.
Here's Fauntleroy with the steal. She will lay it in at the other end.
How about that for good fundamental basketball? Saw the Kansas defense coming in on the right-hand side. Laid it up with that left hand, putting Baylor up by 9. Good pressure defense once again for Baylor.
10-0 run by the Bears over the last 4 minutes, 55 seconds. It's their biggest lead of the night at 28-19. Nice pass, keep it high for Dre'Una Jackson, and she banks it in.
Yeah, nice roll by Jackson. She's really playing well, as she always does, averaging a double-double on the year.
8 points, 5 rebounds for Jackson. Here's Sarah Andrews for three. Shot no good. Little Paige Bugs, the rebound won't go. Asia Blackwell, another offensive rebound. To Van Geitenbeek for three, and she nails it.
Well, nice kick-out pass to Van Geitenbeek on that left corner. Baylor having good luck tonight from the corners.
Look at the bench points, 15 for Baylor, 0 by Kansas. And near steal there, Kansas saves the possession. Mayberry with the ball. 19-footer is good.
Oh, a nice job by Mayberry. Such a heads-up player, the point guard for Kansas. Big bucket there to cut the momentum of Baylor.
Baylor pushes the tempo again. Van Geitenbeek again. Shot no good. Rebound Mayberry for the Jayhawks. Mayberry up the floor. Van Geitenbeek gets back defensively. Mayberry for three, rims out, no good. Asia Blackwell rebounds.
Only the third three-point attempt of the night for Kansas. Baylor has 9 three-point attempts.
Blackwell on the baseline. Passes out of there. Andrews for three, no good, in and out. Rebound Baylor, and the putback by Little Paige Bugs.
Well, Baylor is doing to Kansas what Kansas did to Baylor in early January, being very effective on the offensive glass with timely putbacks.
Baylor out rebounding the Jayhawks right now, 20-15 and 9-6 on the offensive glass. 10-point lead for Baylor. Kerskeeter, a three, it's no good. Rebound Little Paige Bugs.
Well, Kerskeeter's a great three-point shooter, the all-time leading three-point shooter in Kansas history.
Here's turn it over. Not a sure thing at the other end, but the basket is good by Zakiya Franklin.
Well, those are certainly the kind of turnovers Baylor cannot afford against a team like Kansas. Franklin got the finish, but it was in doubt for a minute.
Turnovers a bit of an issue for Baylor this season.
How about the quick ball fake by Little Paige Bugs against Kerskeeter underneath. Baylor speeding up the game at every opportunity.
And the lead is 10 again. Final 30 seconds of the second quarter. 35-25, Baylor on top. And that's going to be a foul on Jenna Van Geitenbeek. There might have been an offensive foul there.
Yeah, that was just the second foul on Baylor, so there will be no free throws in this situation. 22 seconds to go on the clock. That was a tough call. This is really outstanding officiating crew working tonight. Cameron Inouye, Doug Knight, and Dee Cantner. Cantner probably the most recognized women's game official in America.
Sophia Telegdi is on, 6'3" post player, as Dre'Una Jackson goes to the bench. Final 22 seconds of the second quarter. Kerskeeter looking for her first points of the half. Drives into the paint, shot up, no good, but a foul. And Kerskeeter will go to the line. Jim, she is 0 for 7 shooting from the floor here in the first half.
Well, Kerskeeter's an outstanding player, John, and she's such a good three-point shooter. Baylor has to guard her very, very tightly on the perimeter, and that time she just put it on the floor and went by Asia Blackwell to go to the charity stripe with 13.5 seconds to go here in the first half. Kerskeeter is a 72% free throw shooter for the Jayhawks. Only been to the charity stripe 51 times this year. She's primarily shooting from outside and not driving to the rack. 7th free throw of the first half for Baylor. In the first game between Kansas and Baylor, Kansas took 26 free throws. Little difference here tonight.
1 of 2 there. Final 10 seconds. 9-point Baylor lead. Yaya Felder. 5 seconds in the half. Passes on the baseline. Extra pass. Andrews at the buzzer. It is no good. And we
now, and they say, hey, if she's not shooting 30%, let's see what she can do. And they backed off, and Dre'Una Edwards came through at a very crucial time. Baylor was behind 9-3 when she came in the game.
Part of that 15-0 advantage for Baylor in bench points in the first half. Bears ball to begin the second half, leading by 9. An offensive rebound and a kick out and a long 2 by Jada Walker.
Well, that should be a real confidence builder for Jada Walker. She has not been shooting well from the perimeter, but pure follow through by the left-hander on that shot.
Lead is 11, coming right back. Kersgeeter down low. Her first points of the night on the banker.
There again, Baylor knows what a good three-point shooter she is, so they were out there pressuring her. She just broke back door, got the easy layup.
It's her first basket of the night. She did have one free throw in the first half. 3 points total. Jada Walker to the baseline. Back outside to Blackwell. 10 to shoot. Drives on Jackson. Maybe a block shot in there. Yeah. You think she gets credit for a block?
I think she does get credit for a block shot. And that, once again, there's no such thing as an easy drive to the basket against this Kansas team unless you can pull Jackson out away from the bucket. The reason why she leads the Big 12 in block shots and second in the nation.
Inbounds to Andrews. Shot clock winding down. Long 3 is no good by Sarah Andrews. Mayberry brings it up for the Jayhawks. On the screen of Jackson. Jackson out high. Entry pass, bank shot is good, 2 for Samaya Nichols.
That was bad defense by Sarah Andrews there. Just got caught behind on the block and didn't fight her way around.
It's pass to Fauntleroy, finally gains control of it. Shot no good. Kersgeeter runs it the other way. Holly Kersgeeter, veteran, grad student. First in school history and career threes. That shot is no good. Rebounded on the backside by Jada Walker. Walker, a burst of speed to the bucket. Shot no good, but a whistle and a foul.
Well, nice aggressive play by Jada Walker. Baylor needs that right now. Not moving real crisply to start this second half. Baylor was up by 9 at halftime. Up by 7 now. Walker going to the free throw line. The lefty on the year is a 76% free throw shooter. Nice start for her in the second half. Hit that outside jumper from that left wing.
Now a couple of free throws to go along with it. Everybody that's played for Baylor has scored in this game. And we're 2 minutes into the third quarter. Baylor leads by 9. 17-foot jumper straight away is good by Zakiya Franklin.
Yeah, Franklin not known as a great outside shooter, so Baylor was dropped off of her because of her quickness driving to the basket. I think they're going to get Baylor on a legal screen right there. Yeah.
Like it was on
Asia Blackwell, I believe it was.
Okay. Yep, you're right. Blackwell. Ball goes over to Kansas. They're within 7. It's 39-32. Baylor on top. Here goes Mayberry all the way to the baseline. Try to pass it out of there. Stolen by Blackwell. Blackwell up the floor to Andrews. Andrews, a lot of traffic in the paint. Kicks right side to Walker for 3. Shot no good. Left it short. Mayberry in a hurry brings it up for Kansas. And a drive to the baseline, and the banker is good by Samaya Nichols, the freshman.
Baylor is not coming out playing as good defensively as they did the first half. Some easy baskets by Kansas, but how about Baylor coming right back? Nice finish by Blackwell in traffic that time. Neither team appears to have the same intensity that they did to start the game on the defensive end.
Kansas had cut it to 5. It's now back to 7. 41-34. Baylor on top. Straightaway 3. It is no good. Tiana Jackson, the rebound, the putback, no, because she traveled.
Yeah, no doubt about the travel, but Asia Blackwell did not do a good job of blocking her out. Bears fortunate right there. Nikki Collin taking Blackwell out of the game right now. Dre'Una Edwards coming in. Bears leading scorer in the first half with 10.
Jada Walker dribbles top of the key. Gets the screen from Buggs. Ball knocked out of her hands, gives to Dre Edwards.
Now that's not a smart play by Baylor. Dre Edwards needs to get in the flow of the game, taking that quick, long three-pointer from the left wing. She may have the green light, but not that quick and not that far out. Baylor just not starting this third period with the sharpness they had in the second period of action.
Jayhawks ball down by 7, 6:05 mark, third quarter. 41-34, Baylor on top. Ball knocked out of bounds, will stay with the Jayhawks.
Papadopoulou back in now for Kansas in the place of Jackson in the post. 6'4" junior, number 14 there on your screen.
8 to shoot for Kansas. Mayberry drives. Runner is good from the right side.
Oh, what great body balance by Mayberry that time. Jada Walker actually was in good defensive position that time, but Mayberry made a great offensive play.
Jada Walker nearly lost it, and she did. Papadopoulou takes it away. In this third quarter, Kansas hitting 71% from the floor. Baylor just 25%. Jayhawks have cut it to 5. Nearly lost the handle. Pass out. Leaner, no good. Rebound, Bella Fauntleroy.
Oh, nice positioning by Fauntleroy that time. Get the possession back in the hands of Baylor. See if they can have a better offensive possession. So far, not very good to start this third period.
5-minute mark, third quarter. Baylor leads 41-36. Kansas made up a lot of ground here in this third quarter, including a steal there, a drive, and a... That's the call.
Oh, they're going to call the foul on Bella Fauntleroy.
Wow.
Looked like she may have gotten there in time, but call went as a block.
She took the brunt of that foul on Fauntleroy, who is on the floor. She's being checked by Shariza Fonza. We've got a timeout on the floor. Take a break. 4:51, third quarter. Baylor by 5.
Hey man, ever since you tried Zesty Hidden Valley Ranch, I feel like you've been a bigger fan of that than the closers.
How could you say that?
Ranch time.
Hidden Valley Ranch.
Only choose by flavor.
You're freezing me. That means...
Yes. There's a better chicken wing. Popeyes.
The Sailor Man?
No. The chicken place.
Crispy. Juicy. What else have we done?
I mean, man. There's a lot. There's a lot's been going on.
Here we go.
Whoa! Make it stop! Make it stop!
2 dogs in one? Impossible! A pack for your fanny? Genius! You're crazy. Come to Papa! Yay, yay, yay. We did it!
The wait is over. Popeyes finally has wings.
Love that chicken from Popeyes!
A rich and smooth blend of golden grain and single malt. Aged 4 years in bourbon barrels. Anything else just wouldn't be proper. Proper number 12 Irish whiskey.
You know you need protein to fuel results, but it's not easy when you're drinking the same bland, chalky shake every day. Stop punishing yourself and get to GNC for the best protein in the game. Look at this epic selection. All the hottest brands, enhanced formulas, and flavors that'll keep you coming back for more. Scoop after scoop after scoop. So bust out of your protein rut and actually look forward to those shakes with unbeatable protein at unbeatable prices. Fuel your fitness with protein at GNC.
Yeah!
Bravo!
For buying a treadmill?
You use the Quicksilver card from Capital One. It's simple, with no annual fee and unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase everywhere. That makes you the hero of every purchase.
Yeah.
And heroes don't take the stairs.
Is this a parachute?
What's in your wallet?
Well, that entire time we were away, the Baylor staff was attending to Bella Fauntleroy. She's just now in a seated position. We'll show you the play again, but she took a really hard fall trying to draw the charge. She was called for the foul. There it is. She took the foul.
It was a great job of getting back defensively in transition for Fauntleroy, but she was about a half a step not being in perfect position to draw the charge. But the issue here is the health and safety of Bella Fauntleroy. You can see strength and conditioning coach Caleb Kruger and head athletic trainer for the Baylor women, Shaliza Fonza. Good hug there from Nikki Collin.
Kenny Boyd is there. He's head of Baylor's health and wellness area. She's going to go straight to the locker room. So walking very gingerly. Prayers that Bella Fauntleroy is okay.
Yeah, obviously the most important thing is her health, but that certainly would be a blow to this Baylor team because she's a key on the boards and probably the best pure shooter on this Baylor team. 2 of 5 here tonight, 1 of 2 on 3-point shots.
So Fauntleroy was whistled for the foul. Kansas will be shooting free throws as play resumes. Samaya Nichols, a freshman from Overland Park, Kansas, will shoot the free throws.
12 of last 13 games she's been in double figures, and she's a very, very accurate free throw shooter. Just a freshman, 79% on the year. She was actually a 5-star recruit, John. She's out of Overland Park High School right there, a suburb of Kansas City, and she is quite a talent. Some great freshmen in the Big 12 this year. She's one of them.
Couple of free throws. She's 4 of 4 tonight, 79% on the season shooting free throws.
Kansas has cut the 9-point Baylor advantage at halftime down to 3.
It's been a big third quarter for Kansas. This one a foul. It's on the Jayhawks. It is on Denai Papadopoulou.
Yeah, both teams now with 2 fouls in this third period. Of course, in women's play, the 5th foul in each quarter results in 2 free throws.
There's inbound, put the ball in the hands of Jana Van Geitenbeek. Drives down the paint, nobody stopped her, and she lays it in.
Well, once again, she's played by the opponents defensively as a great 3-point shooter. They were out on her tight, and she just drove right past the KU defense.
Long three is good by Samaya Nichols.
She's just a terrific talent, a 38% 3-point shooter on the season.
First made 3 tonight by the Jayhawks. Edwards fake to the left, come back to the right, and her scoop shot was no good.
Dre Edwards moving that face mask around a little bit. She broke her nose in the game 2 games back against Oklahoma up in Norman.
Another 3 by Mayberry, no good. Rebound Baylor. Yaya Felder takes it away. Felder into the front court. 3.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Baylor led by 9 at halftime. That lead is now 2. Little Paige Buggs, flat-footed shot, no good. Loose ball control by Kansas.
Well, it looks like Little Paige Buggs had the step there to get the basket, but did not reward herself with the right bounce off the glass.
Jayhawks could tie or take the lead on this possession. Into the corner for 3. Shot is no good.
Oh, good long rebound by Little Paige Buggs that time for Baylor.
Skylar Gill missed that 3-pointer. Nice pass. Lob it down low for Dre Edwards.
How about that by Sarah Andrews? Just a great pass. Good hands by Dre Edwards, getting her first points of the second half.
There's up the lead to 4 now, 45-41. 11 assists on the night for Baylor. Second in the Big 12 in assists per game. Top 10 in the nation in that category. Into the paint, wheeling around her defender, banking it in is Samaya Nichols.
Yeah, Samaya Nichols, the freshman, taking over this third period for Kansas. Baylor got to figure out a way to slow her down.
And she's got 15 on the night. Here's Sarah Andrews at the free throw line to Van Geitenbeek. 2-point game, third quarter. Shot by Dre Edwards is up and in.
A nice patient possession by Dre Edwards that time. Faced up, said, "You're not going to come out on me. I'll just shoot it over you." And that she did, putting the Bears up by 4.
Baylor's leading scorer on the night, Dre Edwards. She's got 14. Here's contact and a foul. We'll have free throws coming for Kansas. That was on Yaya Felder.
Well, let's take a look at this basket by Dre Edwards. Just faced up. Kansas defense did not come out on her tight, but look at Samaya Nichols, the freshman. Great one-on-one player. Bears have got to figure out a way to slow her down. One of the top freshmen in the league this year.
Samaya Nichols shooting free throws. She's perfect at the line tonight. Adds another one there.
With this game here tonight, now she's scored in double figures 13 of the last 14 the Jayhawks have played. She's the leading scorer on this team for the year, averaging 14 points per game. And the thing that makes her so dangerous, she can do it off the bounce. She can hit the three-point shot. She's good at penetration. Just a terrific talent. While she was a 5-star recruit.
She's got 12 in the second half. She had 5 at halftime. 17 leading scorer for the Jayhawks. Dre Edwards drives. Try to pass it. Ball knocked out of bounds by Kansas. So Baylor will inbound on the baseline with 9 on the shot clock.
Well, Baylor continuing to try to drive to the basket.
Bounds to Yaya Felder. Behind the screen of Little Page Bugs. Cross court to Van Geitenbeek. Puts it up and in to beat the shot clock.
Well, great job by Felder seeing Van Geitenbeek open on that right wing. Good pass, putting Baylor back up by 5.
50-45, Baylor on top. 8 points tonight by Jana Van Geitenbeek. Skylar Gill, Tiana Jackson. Now to Samaya Nichols. To the baseline, cut off by Dre Edwards. Around her shot, never made it to the rim. Dre Edwards pushes it ahead. Layup, good by Little Page Bugs.
Dre Edwards got it started with the rebound and the dribble out. Flipped it over to Van Geitenbeek. Great pass inside the Little Page Bugs for the finish.
Final minute, third quarter. Baylor's hit their last 4 shots from the floor. Kerskeeter for 3, no good. Final 30 seconds of the quarter.
Yeah, Sarah Edwards, being the senior leader she is, holding it up for one final shot. 20 ticks to go. Shot clock, game clock, just about even.
Crowd on their feet here in Foster Pavilion. Shot clock now down to 8. Put the play in motion. Sarah Andrews. Layup good with 2 seconds to go in the quarter. And there's the third quarter buzzer. Baylor ends the third quarter on a 7-0 run. They hit
what the occasion indicates, that we all need to keep those with cancer in our prayers, and everyone here tonight certainly fulfills that desire.
We begin the fourth quarter. Baylor leading by 9 over the Jayhawks. Strong finish to the third quarter by Baylor. Nice pass down low. Tiana Jackson can't finish. Baylor's really taken off since that Fauntleroy injury. Daniel tells us Baylor's hit 6 of 8 shots from the floor, including their last 5 to end the third quarter. Pass to Andrews on the baseline. Ball ends up in the hands of Yaya Felder. Van Geitenbeek to Dre Edwards. The drive, the scoop, the layup is good.
Baylor continuing to have success driving the ball to the basket. After Kansas cut it to 3, Baylor back up by 11 now with 9 minutes to go in the contest.
Baylor started that third quarter just 3 of 11 from the floor. Whoa, Yaya Felder, the block, turning the tables on Tiana Jackson. Layup no, but a foul at the other end.
Great job by Yaya Felder, taking it all the way to the rack. Baylor once again challenging the Kansas defense. Jackson at 6'6" and all. Right there, Yaya Felder coming from that offside to get the block and the deflection against the 6'6" Jackson.
Wow. Jackson again leads the Big 12, second in the nation in blocks per game. The Kansas school leader in career blocks. Felder, a couple of free throws. First one is good.
After just playing 4 minutes against Texas Tech here Saturday in Baylor's 61-32 victory, Felder's come back and played a prominent role here tonight for the Bears' cause.
Couple of free throws. Yaya Felder has 4 on the night, all at the free throw line. Baylor leads by 13. That is their high water mark, biggest lead tonight. Kansas ball down 58-45. Remember, the Jayhawks won the first meeting of the year between these two, January 10th in Allen Fieldhouse, by 21, one big. And foul is called on Dre'Una Littlepage-Buggs.
Well, Samaya Nichols showing us once again her great versatility. She's 6 foot, John. She's tough to handle out front as a guard, and she is putting a lot of pressure on this Baylor defense here in the second half. Had 12 points in the third quarter alone. Leads Kansas scoring here tonight with 17. She's the only new starter in the Kansas starting lineup this season. They returned 4 senior starters. This is one of the probably the most experienced team in the Big 12. And remember, this Kansas team won the NIT last year.
Right.
So they have a lot of experience coming back. This young lady has been a great fit for them as a freshman.
They show a lot of faith in Nichols shooting free throws after the first one. Everybody, all of her teammates back off the free throw lane. She gets a couple more there. 11-point Baylor lead. 8.5 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Two of the 3 teams tied for 5th place in the Big 12 standings. Both Baylor and Kansas 8 and 6 in conference play.
Baylor still number 24 in the nation.
Edwards shot blocked by Jackson. Got it back. Van Geitenbeek. Quick release, shot no good. Loose ball, Littlepage-Buggs has it for Baylor.
A great job by Littlepage-Buggs going to get the long offensive rebound that time for the Bears.
Van Geitenbeek, another look at a 3, and she drains it from the right wing.
Boy, Jana Van Geitenbeek has done a great job coming in for Baylor tonight. She hadn't played a lot all year, and last 2 games she's played 28 minutes and 31 minutes. And here tonight, hitting some very crucial buckets for Baylor. Her 3rd 3 of the game. She now has 11.
Only 5, the most recent game for the Bears, Sunday against Texas Tech. She had 13 against Oklahoma. But as Jim said, 11 tonight for Jana Van Geitenbeek off the bench.
The Bears have Littlepage-Buggs at 6'2" on the 6-foot Samaya Nichols.
3 right side is good by Zakiya Franklin. Timeout, Brandon Schneider and Kansas. Jana Van Geitenbeek, big night going for the Bears. One of her 3, she's got 11 on the night. Baylor leads by 11.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports.
ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus.
7:29 on the clock, fourth quarter. There is Bella Fauntleroy. She is back out on the Baylor bench. Remember, took a hard fall to the floor. Was actually whistled for a foul on the play. Spent a long time seated on the floor, Jim, and was helped off, went straight to the locker room. I would take that as a good sign that she's back out on the bench.
Well, and she's actually smiling over there right now. And whether we'll see her again is very doubtful, but certainly that's a big loss for Baylor in this kind of a game of importance. But Bella Fauntleroy, member of the All Big 12 Conference freshman team last year, and been a very integral part of the success of this team this year, ranked number 24 in the nation this week.
One of the new aspects of Foster Pavilion during that timeout, they doused the white lights and made them all pink in here. I think that's something we could not have done in the Farrell Center.
Nor the heart of Texas Coliseum.
We would have taken any kind of lights in the HOT. Van Geitenbeek firing a three for this time from the left wing. Shot no good.
Well, Van Geitenbeek with 3 threes made. That was a good shot for her. Kansas went behind the screen and she had the open shot. Looks like Samaya Nichols has hurt a little bit for Kansas. She's been the big star for Kansas in this second half with 12 points in the third period.
Looking on that left knee, you could read her lips. She said, "I'm fine." But short timeout to get her to the bench. Now here we go. Kansas inbounds ball.
It looks like Baylor's going to a 2-3 zone defense now. It'll be very interesting to see how they block out Jackson down on the block.
Here's Skeeter on the baseline. Diagonal pass back out. Drive on the baseline. Shot in and out. No good. Rebound Dre Edwards on the miss by Zakiya Franklin.
Baylor fortunate on that. That was a great move by Franklin.
Here's around the perimeter. Leading by 11. Dre Edwards. Whoa, what a nice fake there. Shot won't fall.
A great ball fake by Edwards, but got a little bit carried away on the move back to the basket.
There's a drive, shot no good, whistle and a foul. And I think it was before the shot. We'll make sure. Doug Knight will tell us. Yep, inbounding far side court.
Now, very interesting. Baylor in that 2-3 zone on Kansas last possession. Looks like Baylor's going to stay in the 2-3 zone again.
Mayberry outside to Kerskeeter. Now to Zakiya Franklin. Up for Jackson, ball knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, nice job by Dre Edwards for Baylor fronting the much taller Jackson inside on the block as KU tried to get the ball inside to her, as they should.
Inbounds, Kerskeeter, quick three, missed everything. Taken out of there by Sarah Andrews.
Now Andrews in perfect position for that defensive rebound.
Drive, dish, lay-in is good by Little Paige Buggs.
Well, Sarah Andrews may not be hitting a lot of outside shots for Baylor tonight, but she's made some big-time assists with penetration into the KU defense.
5 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists by the senior Sarah Andrews. Baylor leads by 13. Here's a lob for Jackson. Got it to her. Shot no good.
Well, Baylor is really fortunate. KU's missed 2 easy buckets on their last 2 possessions, but Baylor was in position for the defensive rebound.
Baylor looking to up their 13-point lead. Andrews around the screen of Dre Edwards. Out of Van Geitenbeek. In traffic, keeps her dribble alive. Andrews steps into a three. Shot no good. Ball out of bounds. Last touch by Dre'Una Edwards, and over to the Jayhawks.
Well, Sarah Andrews now 0 for 6 on three-point shots tonight. She's played a great floor game, but just cannot get that outside shot of hers to fall here against a tough Jayhawk defense. Baylor 6 made threes on the night. Kansas 2.
Yaya Felder to the bench. Asia Blackwell is back on. 2.5 minute scoring drought by KU. Shot short. Blackwell the rebound. Outlet to Van Geitenbeek. Under 5 minutes to play, fourth quarter. Baylor leads by 13. Nice dish to Little Page Buggs. Extra pass to Dre'Una Edwards. Timeout, Kansas. Baylor has their biggest lead of the night at 65-50.
Baylor continuing to have great success, penetrating into the middle of the tough KU defense. Baylor with that move enjoying the biggest lead of the night, 15 with 4:40 to go.
Captain, ever since you discovered zesty Hidden Valley Ranch, you never stay in character anymore.
You know we're not actually pirates, right?
Of course we be pirates. Look at me hook.
Hidden Valley Ranch.
Only serious about flavor.
You're freezing me. That means...
Yes. There's a better chicken wing. Popeyes.
Sailor Man?
No. The chicken place.
Crispy. Juicy. What else have we done?
I mean, man. There's a lot. There's a lot's been going on.
Here we go.
Make it stop! Make it stop! 2 dogs in one? Impossible! A pack for your fanny? Genius! You're crazy. Come to Papa! Yay, yay, yay. We did it!
The wait is over. Popeyes finally has wings.
Love that chicken from Popeye!
Bravo! You use the Quicksilver card from Capital One with no annual fee and unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase, every way. That makes you the hero of every purchase. What's in your wallet?
The competition's never been better.
I would never let a woman do that.
The stars have never been brighter.
David Carr, 3,000 career points. Come on, Cameron Brink.
Deja Kelly.
Oh, that was pretty.
Ain't more magic.
Something brewing tonight. There's no stopping us now.
This is just spectacular.
That's our move. Women's college hoops on ESPN and ABC.
Get ready for the rush to the playoffs. The biggest games on the biggest stage. An outdoor hockey doubleheader at MetLife Stadium. The most intense playoffs in sports begin in April and culminate with the most revered trophy of all. The Stanley Cup Final returns to ABC and ESPN Plus this June.
Now Baylor's outscored Kansas tonight in bench points 33-0. It's in large part, Jim, to Dre'Una Edwards. Look at the night going for Dre'Una Edwards off the bench.
Now, when you have 18 points coming off the bench and one player like Dre'Una Edwards, that makes a significant difference. And, you know, I'm sitting here thinking maybe she should wear a face mask every game. She got 18 points and 8 out of 14 field goal attempts.
You know what? She says, hey, you wear a face mask. Yeah. That can't be comfortable out there. Quick shot three, no good by Kansas coming out of the timeout. Jayhawks 2 of 13 shooting threes tonight. Bears ball, they've got it back. They've got their biggest lead of the night at 65-50. Jayhawks in a 3-minute scoring drought. They've missed their last 5 from the floor. Asia Blackwell loses the handle. Taken the other way by Zakiya Franklin. And a whistle. And a hold away from the ball. It was under the basket.
I think they call that on Little Page Buggs.
Not a shooting foul. Kansas will inbound. 4:06 on the clock, fourth quarter. Inbounds to Mayberry in the corner. Left foul line extended. Shot is good by Yvette Mayberry.
Well, Mayberry's played a really nice game for KU. That's her 8th point of the game. Good floor game.
Foul, incidentally, was the 4th of the night on Dre'Una Littlepage-Buggs.
A nice double team by Kansas, just what you expect. You know, if they start scoring, they're going to do some tricks defensively. Look for them to extend that full court, but that was a nice play, trapping the Baylor wing player.
Turnover number 14 on the night by the Bears right there. Kansas has the ball. Down by 13. Kerskeeter had it briefly. She's had a rough night shooting the ball. There's a 3, no good by Mayberry.
8th rebound of the night for Littlepage-Buggs. 2 rebounds away from a double-double.
Dre'Una Edwards has it top of the key to Van Geitenbeek on the right side. Back to Dre'Una Edwards. Pass too tall for Asia Blackwell. Turnover Bears. Baylor's turned it over their last 2 times up the floor.
Yeah, and Baylor has periods where they get a little bit lackadaisical and get a little too comfortable, and you got to make sure of every pass. A 13-point lead against a team like Kansas is certainly not safe.
Now those veteran players you talked about for KU, they've been in situations like this before, no doubt. Whistle and a foul on the shot. It's on Baylor's Sarah Andrews. That'll put Samaya Nichols at the line. First foul tonight on Andrews.
Well, Baylor has been in this zone defense now long enough where Kansas is starting to get some rhythm and some movement and some confidence moving against it. Nichols moved into the open spot that time. Let's take a look at Sarah Edwards coming across, and boy, that was a very close call. Looked like it was mostly ball, but the official had a lot better angle on it than we did.
These Kansas players back away from the free throw lane.
Oh.
And the free throw is good, both of them by Samaya Nichols. 11-point Baylor lead with 2:57 to play. Littlepage-Buggs up the floor to Asia Blackwell. Now Baylor backs it out of there to run some clock.
Well, good person to have the ball in the hands of. Sarah Andrews, one of the clutch free throw shooters in the conference.
Ball tipped out of bounds by Jackson. Nichols, a big night. Her career high is 23. And the freshman sitting right now at 21, Jim. 21 points, including 10 of 10 at the free throw line.
Yep, and this is her 5th game over 20 points this season. Of course, now 14 of her last 15 in double-figure scoring.
Oh, nice give and go. And the lay-in by Dre'Una Edwards. Assist Jana Van Geitenbeek.
Now, Van Geitenbeek has just been terrific here tonight. She's such a young lady. You've got a very, very personable young lady. You got to be happy for her.
3 by Kerskeeter. Boy, the lid has been on the basket for her tonight. She's 1 of 11 overall. 0 for 5 from 3-point range is Kerskeeter. Ball out of bounds.
I think Dee Kantner's going to overrule that call right there. There was no doubt about it. Went off the thigh of the Kansas player. Good job by the officiating crew. Dee Kantner that made that call. I asked her a couple of weeks ago at another game, I said, how many Final Fours have you worked? She said 26.
Oh my gosh, really?
So she's been around.
26.
I said, well, congratulations. She said, yeah, but the problem is people only remember your last call. And she is right.
The life of an official. Baylor tried to throw the long pass and beat Kansas down the floor. Couldn't connect there. Ball was knocked out of bounds. So the Bears inbound their half of the court. 2 minutes to play, 4th quarter. Baylor 67, Kansas 54. Blackwell to Edwards. To Andrews. In a double team trap. And a timeout called by Coach Nikki Collin and the Baylor bench with Andrews caught in that trap.
Yeah, very wise timeout. Kansas very aggressively now double teaming the ball at every opportunity. You don't want to give them any easy buckets. Baylor putting Yaya Felder back in the game. Very aggressive player to the ball to meet the pass.
Well, down the stretch run here in the regular season, only 3 games remaining for Baylor. They will be at West Virginia this Saturday. Battle of top 25 teams there in Morgantown. They'll be at Cincinnati on Tuesday. And they'll close at home here on March 3rd against Oklahoma State, Senior Day. So only 3 games remaining in the regular season.
Well, that'll be very interesting with their matchup at West Virginia, who they defeated here a couple of weeks ago. KU, they by the way, have had the 12th toughest schedule in the nation this year. They've played an unbelievable schedule, but they've got a game Sunday against their big rival, Kansas State, who's tied for 2nd in the league. Go then to UCF to play against former Baylor assistant Satia Messer's team down in Orlando, and then take on conference-leading Oklahoma in the last game of the season.
That is it. Then it's on to Kansas City for the women's Big 12 tournament. Phillips 66 Big 12 championship. Here we go, back to play. 2 to shoot. Ball knocked out of bounds. And Baylor will inbound with 1:40 on the game clock. 2.2 seconds on the shot clock.
Well, Baylor wasn't able to get the ball away from that side of the floor to get away from the double teams by Kansas. They're going to have to do a quick fling shot.
Inbounds, knocked away and stolen. Kersgeter comes away with it. Holly Kersgeter for Kansas. Drives, layup, no, but a foul.
Well, that's certainly what Baylor did not need to do or want to do. You don't want to do anything to stop the clock. Got 1:33 to go in a 13-point lead. You don't want to foul to stop the clock.
So Holly Kersgeter at the free throw line.
Kersgeter, longtime star for this Kansas program. Their all-time leading 3-point shooter. Lefty's had a great career, Had a great career for Kansas.
Number 6 career scoring for Kersgeter. Couple of free throws there, 67-56. 11-point advantage for Baylor. 90 seconds to play. And Geitenbeek into the front court on the pass to Andrews. Remember the loss by Baylor in Lawrence. And here is a steal, just took it away. Samaya Nichols, layup is good. Nichols ties her career high with 23 points. And a quick stoppage of play by our officials.
Well, Kansas did a great job of jumping into that, what I would call a handoff lane there, where Dre'Una Edwards tried to handle the ball off to Yaya Felder. It was great defensive play by KU.
Baylor 5 turnovers here in the last 3.5 minutes of the game. Got 17 total on the night. Sub coming in, Jada Walker will get Sarah Andrews.
No, I think she's coming in for Dre'Una Edwards.
Oh, you're right.
More ball handlers on the floor.
Yeah, not a situation you'd take Sarah Andrews
well, no,
off the floor.
This is a serious situation now. This ball game's down to 9 points.
And it's a foul on Kansas. I guess before Baylor even got the ball in bounds, right?
That call came from way back. That was Doug Knight. I don't know. Of course, that was just the 3rd team foul, so there's no free throw.
Foul on Samaya Nichols, her 4th of the night. Backcourt pressure, 1:08 to go. Long pass, batted right back out of bounds.
There's
by
the advantage
Jackson.
of having a 6'6" defender on the player throwing the ball in.
Little Paige Bugs literally stretching to see around Jackson. There's got to get it inbounds. And nearly stolen. Nope, Baylor comes away with it. Jada Walker for the Bears into the front court. Kansas, you would think, would foul, and they do with exactly 1 minute to play.
Yeah, there's still no free throws for Baylor in this situation. Just the 4th team foul on Kansas. Baylor will have the ball on the sideline. Baylor just does not look comfortable throwing the ball in against this pressure defense of Kansas, especially with the 6'6" Jackson on the person throwing it in, but not doing that here.
Andrews inbounds to Little Paige Bugs. Under a minute to go. 17 on the shot clock. Bears leading by 9. Anna Van Geitenbeek will drain that clock a little bit. Now put the play in motion. She'll drive, scoop it up, shot no good. Jackson the rebound, and Brandon Schneider will use a timeout right here.
Yep. Nine-point lead with 40 seconds to go. That was the bucket Baylor needed for a little more comfort in this situation. Dre'Una Edwards will be checking back in for Baylor for her defensive size and size on the rebounding.
Started to say earlier, Baylor, when they lost to Kansas in Lawrence, third game of conference, was January 10th. That snapped the 14-0 start by the Bears. They were 14-0 when they went to Lawrence and lost big. That streak ended with a thud.
Lost by 21 points. Baylor had just moved the day before to number 4 in the nation, and this Baylor team has really been on a roller coaster since then. Win one, lose one, win one, lose one. And of course, Baylor opened the conference play with a huge win at Texas. There you can see a recap here. Baylor had huge wins early in the year over number 4 Utah and at number 5 Texas. Also had a good win over a ranked Miami team at a game down in San Antonio. And there you go. I said they've been on a roller coaster, win one, lose one. Haven't won 2 straight since January the 10th. They can win here, they will go to 9-6 in the Big 12, which would be good and would put them in 5th place in the league by themselves. Teams 11, 12, 13, and 14 have to play on the first day of the tournament in Kansas City. The other teams get a bye.
Yeah, it's going to look different this year. 14-team bracket. If you finish in the top 4, you get essentially a double bye. But interesting that Baylor going for their 20th win of the season tonight, looking for back-to-back wins for the first time since January 10th. Inbounds, that's a 3 that's up and good. Yeah. And as Kansas use their final timeout.
Well, and that's Franklin making that 3 for Kansas, normally not known as a real good outside shooter. Doesn't take a lot of them, but that's her second 3 ball of the game. Baylor was back in that zone defense and certainly did not get out quick enough to cover her. Now, with Baylor calling timeout here, they will get the ball in the front court, so that is a plus for Baylor in this situation.
And you're right, that's what it was, a Baylor timeout. Kansas has no timeouts remaining.
Yeah, Baylor called that timeout to get the ball in the front court and hopefully have a little smoother entry pass than they did in the backcourt with 6'6" Jackson on the ball.
Now this is an 11-2 run by the Jayhawks to pull within 6.
Yeah, Baylor had that 15-point advantage with 6 minutes to go.
Brandon Schneider seeing what magic they might have left in the final 36.8 seconds. They have played it very well to get within 6.
No, they've made some big buckets to get there, and
here we go. Inbounds to Jada Walker. Walker chased and fouled by Zakiya.
Yeah, now that's the
Franklin.
5th foul, so Jada Walker will go to the free throw line for the Bears. Southpaw, who's transfer from the University of Kentucky. 76% free throw shooter on the year. Now she automatically gets 2 attempts on this 5th foul.
Only 4 seconds off the clock. The left-hander up and good with the first one.
Jada Walker's come back and had a nice game here, her 7th point of the night. She and Sarah Andrews particularly have played well out front. Andrews with 4 assists in the game. Nice job by Walker showing her calmness there.
Really 2 big free throws there. Kansas in a hurry. Kerskeeter right side 3 is an air ball by Zakiya Franklin. Scramble for the loose ball. Dre'Una Edwards had it and lost it, but I think out of bounds off Kansas. I think it's going to be Baylor's ball. And Nikki Collin will call another timeout here to get to
the ball in the front court for Baylor, and that's a good reason why you save timeouts in situations like this. So that's a big plus with 18 seconds to go and an 8-point lead. Get it up there where you don't have to face the full court trap.
Well, and that's the Tiana Jackson effect also.
Absolutely.
With her fronting the inbound.
Yeah, she caused Baylor a lot of problems on the first inbounds attempt.
Baylor by 8. There's the reset. 1 timeout remaining for the Bears. None for Kansas. Session arrow favors Baylor.
Baylor holds on here. They'll go to 9-6 in conference play. KU will go to 8-7.
Eighteen and a half seconds to go. Sarah Andrews, the inbounder. Drops it in to Jana Van Geitenbeek. Clock begins. 15 seconds to go in this game.
Yeah, KU saying we know it's not possible, so smart decision.
They're going to back off. Final 7 seconds will click off. Baylor has the win over Kansas, a split of the regular season series. Baylor wins their 20th game of the year. It's their 24th straight 20-win season. Nikki Collin and Baylor over Kansas.